On another show.
Remember, I grew up in the 70s.
Show. And this is how we do it.
On another man show.
On the Donna Smith Show.
Yeah.
The Donna what?
And this is how we do it.
On another man show.
On the Donna
Smith
what?
Show. Yes, that's right. That's right. Welcome, everybody. Did you hear us? Did you hear us? We did a big welcome to everybody. We just want to say thank you for joining us tonight. I know that a lot of you are in the middle of the faders getting beat down, but that's okay. That's okay. You can peek a little bit. Looks like the score is 23-7 right now. But you might as well join us because this is going to be a little bit more exciting. Don't y'all think so?
I'm in the middle of some tacos. I don't know what you're talking about.
Ooh, that look good, JJ.
Yeah, it's some good homemade tacos.
But hold that thought. I'd like to have a bite. Thank you for joining us tonight. Donna Smith Show, Table Talk Grown Folk. Thank you for my lovely panel for being here this evening. John Timothy Mims, Gareth DeCour, Cordell Bradley, and JJ Shepard. We appreciate you. They cool breezing tonight, y'all. And just know this, that anything we talk about and present to you are not meant to offend anyone. We are just having grown folk dialogue and fun. Real talk, real opinions. Sometimes we clash, but lightweight. We get by, but we do appreciate you. Like,
we
share,
debate.
subscribe, tell a friend. And now with that being said, let's get our toast to the hostess with the mostest. What? Donna Smith, aka Lady D. Hold up. Everybody. Okay. Garrett. Cordell. JJ. Yours looking brown. John, where is it? Where is it, John?
Gotta find it. You gotta look for it.
Where is it, John? Where is it? Bring it out. Let me see. You can't see it. Oh, water. That's right, my brother. Click, 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 clank. Thank you, guys. Okay, now we can do what we do, y'all. So like I said, no disrespect to the Fader fans. I just wanted to bring up, I didn't know the game was on. Actually, I just happened to turn the channel and I'm like, oh, look at them Faders. My goodness, they getting the beat down tonight. But anyway, I want to thank you guys again for being here and coming to us today on this lovely Sunday. I'd like to know if there's anything on your mind. Let's lay it out here right now. Let me know what your week was like, what your day was like. JJ looked like he cool breezing. Looked like he just is, and he made some tacos too. Let me see them tacos again.
Yep, homemade tacos.
Hey, what's in there? Chicken,
guacamole, yes, and chicken, and some red bell peppers. And green bell. Yeah, some cheese. It's nice.
Oh man, what is sour cream?
I don't want to, I can't see. I'm over 30. The way my stomach's set up, can't be doing sour cream like that. I'm not even going front. I got sour cream in the fridge. I didn't put it on tonight.
Wait till you get over 40. You better not even look at sour cream.
If I want to sit through the Miss Donna show tonight, I think I'm gonna not.
Yeah, because I don't want you to keep saying I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I think I'm
gonna be right back.
I'll be right back because I know how I do. Dairy in itself.
I'm not even gonna announce it. I'm gonna just leave.
Yeah, you just okay. I gotta go. You gotta be very careful. That kind of does me too. Even with my coffee, I have to be very careful. First thing when my tummy is really empty and I don't drink no more than a cup of coffee a day. I heat it up throughout the morning and I just keep sipping on it. But sometimes the creamer, little lightweight sugar will give me the bubble guts if I haven't put nothing on it. And bubble guts is the worst thing to have when you are driving in heck of traffic in the morning. And you stuck with the bubble drop. So now what I do is I don't even sip on the coffee until I get to the JOB because it ain't nothing nice. I don't even have to go into details, but it ain't nice when you get bubble guts, y'all. But anyway, I just wanted to share that. And also, right before the show, we was talking a little bit about this intermittent fasting. I wanted to bring up real quick. Cordell and John was talking about their fasting that they do by not eating breakfast. Cordell shared that he doesn't.
No, it's not. It's not by not eating breakfast. It's the start of the time of
you breaking your
eating.
fast by eating your first meal. That's what breakfast is. So it don't have to be scrambled eggs, toast, and bacon. It could be whatever your first.
But we're
meal
saying
of
we're
the
not
day
eating.
is.
But you said we skip breakfast. We're saying we don't. It's not saying you don't skip breakfast. It's just determining the day that you start eating breakfast.
The
Some
time,
people,
the
yes,
time.
yeah, because some people like I was used to eating breakfast at 5:30 every morning. Every morning, that's how I was since I was
Right.
5:30.
Right.
So now it's not until, like you say, 10, 11, 12. But you're not skipping anything.
Well, like I said, like that being said, I said Cordell was saying that he starts his meal off for the day at 12 noon until 7 p.m. And then after that, he doesn't eat anymore until 12 noon the next day. John says that his is pretty much the same, but sometimes 10:30, 11, you have something. John, you don't go as long as 12. Sometimes you have some late morning.
Sometimes I don't go until 12:01. It depends on what's going on. So, like I said, if I do, I won't have it no earlier than 10.
Okay.
No earlier than
and
10.
Then when is your last eat of the day?
It depends. So if I had like the whole thing is making sure I got my 16 hours and my 8 hours. So say I ended up working late or I had something late. So I say, well, I'm not going to eat until late and I'm going to be up. It's just about working them hours the same. So my last one could probably be 7 or 6 or 7. Unless it's just one of them days, you're just late and you're nibbling on something. But other than that, so you go from 8, and then you think from 8 to 8 is already, that's 12 hours right there. And then you go to 12, there's your 16. So some people do 16 and 8. Some people do less than that. Some people do it opposite. Some people do 18 and 6. Some people are extreme. So it all is just your time frame.
So with the intermittent fasting, what is the significance of that? I mean, why do you do that?
You want to go
Is there
first?
a particular reason?
Oh, you can
Does it
say
help with your
Cordell.
metabolism?
All that.
For me, it controls the things I eat. It also helps me with weight gain, and it's a mindset. So I do it because I don't want to gain a lot of weight. I still want to eat, but I watch what I eat and when I take in the food that I consume for that day. So I have a window when I do eat and a window when I don't eat. The thing is being consistent with that window. So for me, it's like John was saying, but for me, it's 12 to 7 or 12 to 7:30 at the latest. Then I don't need to get into the next day. So even though I might wake up at 6 or 7, I might have a glass of water or something to get the liquids in my body, but I'm not consuming any food until the afternoon. So it really is, it's more of a cleansing method for me.
So what about like this evening? You cooked a very wonderful meal, you said.
Yeah.
And you haven't eaten yet, but you're going to eat maybe a little later. So
what I
is
have,
that because it's the weekend, or is that because you just broke it today?
It's every day for me. So today, even though it was after hours, I might have some fruit just before I go to bed. Something light to munch on, any kind of fruit that will turn into water. So I got to consume it by at least no later than 9. So I won't be getting up in the middle of the night. So, but other than that, I'll just wait until tomorrow to eat.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right. If I eat late, then my next day is later. So if I was say if I ate, I went past an hour or 2 hours. So instead of eating something at 10, I might probably not eat until 1 because it's still not in my time frame. It's just deal with the time frame. The only problem is you don't want to make it too far off because we got to understand melatonin and the metabolism, digest them. So at a certain time when our eyes start witnessing the blue filters are getting lower and everything is getting darker, where our body's starting to produce melatonin. That's to help us get ready to go down to sleep. And that's when the body goes into recovery mode. That's why they tell you don't eat too late, especially if you're going to be laying down or whatever, because the body is not digesting the way it would be digesting during the daytime.
If you're up and about.
Yeah, and that's why they say don't have blue lights, because then we see blue lights. Well, guess what happened? The production of melatonin goes down. So it all goes in, deals with that. Like they say, your celestial clock or whatever. However you pronounce, I think it's celestial clock or whatever, and that's what that deals with. So you don't want to say, well, I'm eating at midnight. I just ain't gonna eat until 4 o'clock tomorrow. No, it don't work like that. Because you gotta think how everything works in conjunction. Everything works in conjunction. When you get up in the morning from sleep and from recovery, right? So now what do the body want to do? It want to nurture. It want to feed energy from the recovery, from what it went through. So this is why when you don't eat in the morning, this is when the metabolism starts saying, wait a minute. I mean, I'm talking about carb storage and all these things. So it start eating at all this stuff because we need something. And it start eating at all these things. That's why it's important to introduce fat, a good fat, because then your body it'll start using fat and looking to fat. So it'll start burning the fat and looking to that to use energy, because carb not supposed to be your dependent upon energy. It's the fat. So now
well, I know doctors have always said that I've been told that I wasn't eating enough. That you should eat your first meal of the day. You should eat a snack within a couple of hours. Then you have lunch. Then you have snack. Then you have dinner to keep your metabolism.
But you remember what you said? You said first meal of the day. That's the key.
Here's the thing. It's a mindset. You got to forget the time of day. You're going to have a meal. You're still going to eat. Just putting it off to later.
Exactly.
So instead of you waking up and eating at 7:30 or so before you go to work, you're going to put that off as long as you can until you really feel hungry. That might be 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, might even be 12 o'clock. But you're still going to have that first meal of the day, just prolonging it. It's breakfast for you, but somebody else it might be lunch because they're still in that old tradition. They got to have something to eat. You don't have to have something to eat. You want to have something to eat. So you're conditioned to eat first thing in the morning. Your mind says, and society says, well, you got to have breakfast. Who says I got to have breakfast? Who told you that? Really? Who? Some guy on the block? No. You got to do what's best for your body. It makes your body perform at its utmost ability to last you a lifetime. And fasting is one way to get out junk out of your body and still perform at a high level.
So you saying if somebody eats at 6:30 to 7 in the morning, then they supposed to stop eating after 8 hours?
No, Donna. No, Donna. Take that yellow wig off and listen up. It's like this. You wake up in the morning at
It
5.
ain't yellow.
It's red. You wake up at the.
Not red.
What color would you like, man?
How about blonde?
Okay.
That's what
Okay,
he
go
meant by
ahead.
yellow.
Explain.
I was being nice by saying yellow. So anyway, you wake up in the morning at 5:30.
Right.
Normally. After you shower, get dressed, whatever, maybe even run out to Starbucks and get a cup of coffee. You're gonna buy a scone and say, hey, you know what? I'm gonna stop at maybe Taco Bell and McDonald's, someplace along the way, get something to eat while I drive into work. But don't do that. Just hold off until you really, really are hungry. That might be 11 o'clock, might be 10 o'clock. You're really out at you're fasting from that time you got up until that first time you eat. You got to think about backing it up because you went to sleep at, let's say, 10 o'clock the night before. So you're fasting really from 10 o'clock to the first start of your day when you consume some food. So that could be your fast. It might not be mine, but that
your
could be.
last meal wasn't 10 o'clock. Your last meal might have been 6 p.m.
That could be true. If your last meal was at 6 o'clock, you could do it. You could do a 12-hour fast. When you wake up, get something to eat, but fast again for 6 hours. And that'll be noon. The problem is what you consume too. Some people don't want to consume not energy food in the morning, but carbs in the morning. You know, stupid waffles, like John said, maybe some grits, some eggs, a lot of heavy food. It's not energy food. It's really just food.
Right.
Energy food would be something like pineapples, watermelon, grapefruit, some that can give you energy to alert your mind, as opposed to putting in artificial sugars in your body. So you got to understand even though I had to learn this the hard way, you only get one body. You better make the best of the way you can.
Mm-hmm.
So mine's have already been damaged. So maybe I'm just preaching. But anyway, do what you can to better yourself, to stay healthy a longer period of time. If you got to walk to the car, park your car at the furthest parking lot so you could take those steps to your building.
Some extra steps, or take the stairs instead of the elevator, things like that.
If you can, do that. But whatever you do, stay mobile, listen to your body, understand your body. You know it better than anybody else because it's your body. You live with that body all your life. You know when it's up, you know when it's down, you know when somebody's gonna piss you off, your body temperature changes, you change. Listen to yourself, make sure you understand what you're doing and why you're doing it. Just be careful, really. Everything that we consume is really could be either helpful to our bodies or damaging our bodies.
Absolutely. So to recap it so we can move on. Fast for 12 hours.
No. Intermittent. This just listen. Let me give you the definition.
Recap it.
Intermittent fasting is based on the time frame that you choose to eat and fast. Some people may fast for 14 hours and use it 10 hours to eat. Some people may, like I say, fast for 16 and use the 8 hours to eat. Some people use the 8 hours from the time they start work to the time they get off work, and then that's it. That's their 8 hours of eating for the day. It's all about your time frame and how you eat and things of that nature. You're not necessarily skipping meals, but you're just not, because if you ate late night, why get up and eat 7 hours later? And
You
your
still
body
got
still
that
got
food.
to
You're not supposed to
digest
eat
that.
late nights.
Yeah, but I'm just saying,
You're gonna find yourself real fluffy doing that.
well, see, that goes back to what I was saying, how the
Real
body,
fluffy.
when the body's in recovery, it's not going through the digestive way stages like it
Right.
would normally do. And then they wonder and they wake up, oh, my stomach this. And you wonder, and you'll notice you'll have different changes in your BMs. So that'll tell you just as well
You'll have
how
different
things is
changes
going.
based on how you're eating and not eating.
At times you eating, yeah, you eating late night, you eating up in the morning, and you, even if you eat late night and you get up in the morning, you go to the restroom, you gonna know the difference. Now you
Mm-hmm.
may be used to it and think you're just doing something normal, but you'll be used to it. It's something that folks have to look in. It's an individual thing, and you have to look in to see which suits me. Some people may say I need the 10 hours because I'm on medication and I need to nibble at something in the mornings. It's required that I take this,
Right.
But the thing is setting aside a certain amount of time that you're not going to be eating, and that includes your sleeping time. So if you go to bed at 9 o'clock and you say, you know what, I go to bed at night, or I stop eating at 7, and I'm not gonna have the next meal until 9. Well, that's 14 hours. You see what I'm saying? That's 14 hours right there.
Mm-hmm.
And it allows your body the benefits to use the stuff that's in there. We talk about carb storage and all them things. And we do have to be careful about one thing. I know when it comes to nutrition, you got to be careful about waiting until you're hungry. This is why it's important to snack in between meals. So what you do is you're psyching your metabolism out. Your metabolism is like, oh, what is this coming in here? And then so it's
You
going to
don't go
start
in
like,
starvation mode. That's what you don't want the body to do.
no, you don't go and start. See, what happens is when you don't eat, the body start preserving like fat and stuff like that because it's afraid.
You store it up.
Tell you how cold that is. That's why I say I don't believe in no Big Bang theory. Let me tell you how unique the body is. One of the things I learned, I was like, I was doing everything I was supposed to be doing, but I kept gaining, little extra weight every time during the winter time. Temperature change, I start gaining weight. Not much, but I'll gain weight. You know what it was? Because I don't wear jackets. And they said, because so I don't wear a jacket in my body, the temperature, it's amazing how the body says, no, we need to keep this fat. And they keep the fat. And this is where it can be, you have to be careful because it's around the organs to preserve the organs. It's in the center. That's why the torso is the hard part because the organs come first. It's amazing. It is, I mean, the human body is an amazing creation. It's an amazing. Ain't no gopher, not gopher, guinea, whatever supposed to crawled out the water and did everything and blew up after that and whatever. Ain't none of that. It can't be so precise and so unique. No way. Give me a break. Well, that's why they still got tadpoles.
That's that Darwin theory.
Yeah. And
So does
monkeys.
your intermittent fasting, does that also include drinking anything other than water?
Now you
For
gotta be
me,
careful, like he mentioned about sugar. You gotta
yeah,
be careful about sugar intake because people think, oh, I had me some juice. Well, the juice got 56 grams of sugar.
right.
Be careful. When you look, is it sugar? Is it the sugar just from the fruit itself, or is there added sugars? Is it cane sugar? What kind of sugar? Is it high fructose? Because our bodies don't build the insulin against high fructose. So no. Now some things that have like natural cane sugar or some our bodies can deal with natural sugar. even though some have to be careful on their intake, but we build insulin against that naturally. But that other junk, no. So you got to be careful. You got to be careful thinking, oh, well, I've been drinking juice and this, and you then took in how many cups of sugar, more cups of sugar that go in the Kool-Aid. You offer one
I
cup
don't
of
even
water.
know who still drinks Kool-Aid.
A
Kool-Aid
lot
is
of
a hot
people.
mess for
Shoot, they
disaster.
sell it at the restaurant. What you talking about?
Who?
There's,
Oh,
there's
that's not
some,
good.
it is good.
No, it's
Why it's not?
not.
If it's making money, why it's not
It's too
good?
much sugar. Too
Here-
much.
here's
Yeah.
here- here's the
Hey,
thing,
check this
Don.
out. What
Here's the
about when
thing.
you have a drink of liquor or a soda pop
It
or a
ain't
That's
got,
cookie?
it ain't like Kool-Aid.
No,
that's
wait, hold
sugar.
on.
That's
How,
sugar.
how
That's
much
sugar.
There
sugar?
is alcohol does
It's,
turn
Let
to
me,
sugar. I
but
get it.
listen, let me tell
it's
you something.
still
But
in
Kool-Aid,
process that
Kool-Aid is using natural sugar again. That your body, it's not sodas that got high fructose corn syrup that your body can't do nothing against. That's why these kids we are having so much obesity in these young kids because the soda pop, and they want to say the sugar. The sugar do got carbs. And it's less to have, the less refined is the better. But still, your body can build the insulin against real sugar,
Mm-hmm.
but not against no. That's why you see a lot of, you even see ketchup say no fructose.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Hey, Zoom
people, they
user.
learned about it. They learned about it.
Hey, Brian. We up here
Oh,
talking about this
what's her name,
intermittent
Brian?
fasting and the sugars and the eating your first meal and fasting for so many hours and then you eat for so many hours. Cordell and John is an advocate of that.
Donna,
Cordell,
wait a minute. I'm just gonna say
Cordell,
this.
I don't
I'm gonna
know if I
say
want to.
hold up, John. Let me just say this.
JJ
Donna,
ain't said nothing since he bit his
Donna,
tacos.
Donna, I know this is your show, so I'm gonna respect that. But
Thank you.
the intermittent fasting is a lifestyle. It's not something that, you know, people play with.
It's a
It's big,
lifestyle.
it's big business for some people. But for me, it's a lifestyle change. It's just like saying, hey, some people like a peach cobbler. I don't.
Mm-hmm.
Some people like potato pie. I don't. So it's a lifestyle change. So for you to say, well, John and Cordell just, I'll take that a little personal. But I'm saying this, it's my lifestyle. I'm gonna do what I want to do. And I don't really
Well, what
less.
the point I meant is that you're both mentioning that you're doing this. No one else on the show is saying they do it. So that's why I said John and Cordell. But it is a personal choice, yes.
Yeah, it is.
And I was
But
trying to
No.
get Brian up to speed with where we're at so far regarding it. I don't know if Brian does the intermittent fasting, but I mean, knowledge
I'm
is
not
power.
being
I think
combative.
whatever works for you, right?
I'm not being argumentative. I'm just saying it's a personal lifestyle change. So don't weigh it as a joking matter.
No. And that's why I'm talking about it, because I want
Actually,
to
it works.
obtain more information about it, because I'm quite sure you're not the only ones out here that do that. And it's
It goes
probably
hand in
some
hand
great
with
benefits
keto.
behind doing that. And I think when we lay down and go to sleep every night, we are fasting anyway. The body is recharging and things are building and all this stuff when you do sleep. So to a certain extent, everybody kind of gets some type of fasting in their day. But when you guys started talking about your 12 and 8 and all that, I wanted to know more about that.
It goes that actually intermittent fasting actually was going hand in hand with keto, with a correct keto, not just any internet keto.
Yeah, I've heard a little bit
When I
about
when I first when I finished, when I told you I was traveling with that football team, we're traveling all over and we eating bad. I gained all that weight. And so keto and intermittent fasting, in 5 months, I lost 120 pounds. So
with the
and
keto and the
and the
fast.
and the intermediate fasting. Now, even when the keto I wasn't so disciplined on the keto, but I still was cautious about my hours of eating and not eating. I still paid attention because of the benefits of it's not just the fasting when I go to sleep. It the body needs a lot more time when it's because we have to understand we can say, well, everybody fasts at some point, but we're still dealing with time frame. Okay, so they ate at 11 o'clock at night. And yeah, the body start doing what? It probably didn't even
And they may
digest.
not eat until
It
11
probably
o'clock the next day. I mean, I don't
but
know.
but we're saying, but let's just think on the general normal. A lot of times people will eat late and they will eat in the morning. A lot of times people will eat late and they will eat in the morning. They'll, well, however they get it. Okay. That's not much time. And you got to think of the food that you lay down with, having with through the full digestion process. So any nutrients, it might be nutrients or whatever. And this is why a lot of times people have heavy BMs in the morning from certain foods, and it's just really the waste of the food coming out. It's not really with through a full good. Can we break down this? What is the body, breaking down nutrients and things like this? And this is why. So it's really good. You can Google intermittent fasting.
Yeah, I'm gonna look
And
more into that
time
because
frames, and you can put and even look at intermittent fasting and keto, working it together. And I'm telling you, it really, my energy, everything was the same. I didn't start having trippy stuff until that COVID jump, you know. But other than that, it helped me in such a way. I couldn't believe it.
Here's
And
the thing.
even like now, look at, I was taking sugar medicine and I don't even take it no more.
Right. Here's the thing, Donna. I know that it was what, 2 years ago, you stopped eating meat for 30 days.
Yes. I went to Meatless May.
Yeah, that was a challenge for you.
It was extremely a challenge.
Right. But you did it. You got through it, right?
Yes.
So you didn't continue that lifestyle, but you could have if you wanted to, because you got through the first 30 days. So once you find out which fasting method is right for you, it could be 4 hours a day. I don't care. It could be 2 hours a day. But whatever is right for you, just stay consistent with it and try it. See what happens.
Okay.
You might find your waistline get a little leaner. You're
I'm trying to hold on to the waistline I have. Wait.
Your dress size might shrink in size.
What happened to it?
She don't want that.
I ain't trying to run no more weight.
Trying to do that.
So,
need something to hold on to, Cordell. God
Should
dog.
be a double zero.
But if anything,
You know
everything
what, John? Hush.
can stay consistent for you. You won't be fluctuating, going up, going down, going up, going down. It's always going to be consistent.
Okay. Can we all agree on that? Consistency. I see Zoom user Brian ain't said nothing about the intermittent fast. Brian, have you tried that?
Personally, I thought we was going to talk about tits, ass, relationships.
Hey, Brian, I'm with you. That's why I joined.
You know, I always got to throw a variety in there.
But
now the tits may come, but the we have to have the appetizer and everything first, and then you get all that other stuff. Quit playing.
You know, I've heard a lot, and I haven't dove in as deep which is probably why I haven't really tried it. But you can get a lot of information from TikTok. And I've seen a couple of TikTok videos in which certain individuals are talking about it. And hey, to each his own. Me myself, I'm eating up everything that comes with
any hour that you want to, and that works for you, right?
Yeah, it's like my man said, it's a choice. It's a choice that everybody gets to have.
It's a lifestyle, yes.
Lifestyle and a choice. So I respect it. I'm just not into it right now. I have a feeling it won't be that very far for me to until I do start indulging. So yeah.
Yeah, right on, right on. And JJ and Gareth, before we move on, y'all good with the fasting stuff?
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. I'm waiting for the next topic.
Oh, JJ, my bad.
I was trying to enjoy my tacos, but I had to set them aside since you want to talk about bowels.
Oh, JJ, go on to eat them tacos.
So I'm over here playing solitaire now. So enjoy. We can go to the next subject.
JJ, eat your taco and quit playing.
Oh, I'm done.
Anyway,
my appetite is done. You know,
it's all right, my brother. Just be
I'm
cool.
good.
Just be cool.
Hey, JJ.
Anything else?
You gotta bring enough for the class, remember?
Oh no, it's all for me.
Them tacos look hella good too. Everybody cool? Your week, every day. We can move on now, right? Everything good? Any briefly current events, anything other than the Raiders then came back a little bit, but it's too late for them to win. But I see that they not going out with a big butt kicking like I thought. They didn't try to come up a little bit, y'all.
It's still traditionally loose.
Still fade on. Okay, anyway, moving right along. No disrespect to the Raided lovers, okay? Now, what I wanted to touch on before, let me just do the inquiring minds want to know. Then I'm gonna touch briefly on last show. I needed to know. Well, let me do that first. I wanted to know if Cordell made that call, because Cordell was supposed to make a call when it came to, we was talking about open relationships in marriage, and we was talking about couples who go to the porn shops together and buy their little frilly toys and stuff like that. And Cordell was getting off the show to make a call real quick, and we were supposed to find out, did you make that call, Cordell? Did you make it?
So to begin with, you're kind of leaving something out. You're leaving something out. Really big point you leaving out. So I don't know why you're leaving it out, but
okay, tell me what I'm leaving out, Cordell.
The thing that we talked about, which you didn't allude to, was that why could a man or a female go back to their mate and still have sex with them after a long period of time?
Right.
Remember that?
Access because they the baby mama or baby daddy.
Right. So remember that?
We was talking about baby mama and baby daddy access. I said that I had did a short video about that and how people feel like they are entitled to have the access to go back to dip and dab with baby mama or baby daddy because they had, and then Cordell said
and then what I said to you, I said, hey, if that's the case, I should go back to the first person and say, hey, since you were the first person, I got a baby by you.
Let's make it
have free access, right?
Right. That's what you said. And I said, next show, I'm going to ask if you made that call and what happened.
You're supposed to be, hey, I'm on my way.
But hold that
what
thought.
You mean
you
on your way?
That.
What
hold
you mean you on your way?
Brother,
you my baby mama, ain't you?
But back to finishing that, we was talking briefly about open relationships in a marriage, and how what do you think about that? Do you think there was a couple, we had a inquiring minds want to know, where they kept trying to get their mate involved with bringing somebody else in and everything like that. What do you think about that? And then watching porn together and couples coming together and going into the toy shops and trying to buy enhancements and things as a couple. And we did talk briefly about I think we talked about the situation where the man wanted to, I don't know. I'm not going to bring that up because I don't think we talk about that. But anyway, what do you guys think about these things? Is it okay when you watch porn together as a couple? Because we had some controversy about that. I think John mentioned that, as long as you're not in a situation where you're getting turned on by that person in regards to lusting after them while you're watching the porn, but I thought the porn was to make you want to feel a certain way so that you can now get down with your mate in that freaky deaky way, right?
Okay, y'all. Oh shoot. God dang it.
Oh, y'all gonna let me start off?
Anybody.
All right, first of all, there's nothing like the chemistry, the dynamic of two people. All right, that particular couple. Whatever it is that they're both into, as long as they're both into it and okay, you know, that's between them. That's their own business. But your question was, you know, what do we think about it? Well, it doesn't really matter what we think. Again, it's their business.
That big old dog. Mm-hmm.
He's a sweetie.
Oh.
Second is, you know, whatever floats your boat. If you meet somebody that floats the same way, more power to you. Y'all get down, stay down, whatever. You know,
Yeah.
I myself, I'm an expert at minding my own business. No matter what it is I hear, I'm gonna keep it to myself because I just enjoy knowing shit. But as far as indulging in something like that, you know, that's just not me. And that's not my girl. Now, the other thing was porns. Now, my girl has never seen a porn, and I didn't believe her.
She never saw one?
No, not before I showed her one.
Oh, okay.
And she wasn't horrified or nothing like that you might think. She laughed. She like it was freaking Eddie Murphy in the 80s. And when I asked her what was that all about, I mean, you know, one of the things she hollered out was, "Oh, hell no, that shit ain't real." You know, she was talking about the size of people's tools or this one little one. She just was cracking up because, you know, me myself, I didn't know what to feel after that. Hey, I can't play with you right now.
Oh.
So go on about your business, girl. But you know, if again, that's another thing that if you and your mate are into that, it ain't nobody's business but you. You know, y'all. You mortgage, she pays the mortgage, y'all pay the mortgage. Ain't none of my business what you do with your mortgage, your food, your yard, your backyard, your kitchen. It ain't none of nobody else's business. But if it floats your boats, both of y'all boats, float on.
So you don't think, back to the point that if you are kind of lusting over someone in the movie,
come on, Donna, we lust
more so than your mate.
We lust somebody we might see in the line.
Is that wrong?
No, it's not wrong. It's disrespectful when you act on it. You know, if you notice somebody that you happen to be attracted to, you can't help who you're attracted to. And you see somebody in line, you're in the grocery stores, they're in another line, and you go, you know, say to yourself, "Oh man, she's cute. Goddamn, she. Okay." That right there, you know, as a person that's attached, that's probably as far as you want to take it, you know, as you need to take it. Anything other than that or more than that, you're jeopardizing what you have. Now, if you don't find what you have to be special enough to stay away from that, you know, again, that's your choice, but that's your problem when it don't work out.
That's
It's
your
like
problem when it don't work.
It's like the old song used to say by the Dramatics. I'm just shopping. I ain't buying anything today.
You ain't buying anything. So you're not, it's not, I mean, to watch the porn movies, let's go back to, okay, why do you feel, and I'm opening this up to anybody who want to answer, why do you feel couples watch porn in the first place? Is it to enhance, or is it to lust, or is it to just watch something different? Well, what do you think the reason is?
They watch them for different reasons. Everybody gets something different from it. You know what I mean? It's like the sun. The sun provides heat and sunshine, right? That's beneficial to anything you're trying to grow. That's beneficial to us, keep them warm. You know, you get something different from it. Everybody has the potential to get something different from it. That's a purse, dumbass.
Leave that dog alone.
She's barking at a backpack that's hanging behind the damn door.
She don't
Honey,
like the way it's hanging.
she called herself protecting me from a backpack. So,
Oh.
you know, everyone gets something different from it. Everyone doesn't look at it with their hands in their pants and doing all that shit to themselves. You know, a lot of it is curiosity. You know, I've seen more than a few. I'm curiosity. You know, I ain't trying to sign up and be in the next one or nothing like that. Lord knows I've probably got more than enough out there. But anyway, you know, it's another one of those privileges. It shouldn't be damn if you do or damn if you don't.
Okay, so it's not a bad thing. It's just, like you said, it's preference. If one mate introduces it to another, and and you come together, and maybe they are getting turned on by who's on the screen. I mean, because John made some points last week about it's only when you. I took it as though when you actually are lusting or desiring.
You gotta refer to the whole statement.
Well, help me out,
About when I mentioned was when we talked about when people were talking about like issues, because remember we talked about even the monogamatoires when folks go after the other folks or whatever. What I'm saying is what I was saying, well, regarding of that, you know, you say, how can you cancel it or whatever? Well, you're looking at the act. I'm looking at the act that's taking place. It happened to involve these two people. And I'm looking at the act, and the act is turning me on. You know, because I'm thinking about the act that I want to carry out, or this act with the person I'm with. But now, so then I go back and I said, and I think I asked a question, you might can help me here. If I said, would you want your man making love to you, but he's thinking about somebody else? And unless and the only way he can get excited and spend time with you, he has to think about somebody else. Hello. We hear that, and that is not a new conversation. That's the cold part. That's not a new conversation.
Well, they think about somebody else sometimes that ain't got nothing to do with
woman.
porn.
I asked you a question. Would you want your man thinking about somebody else in his most intimate state instead of you? And here you think
I wouldn't want that. No, I would not want that.
Well, he got to be inspired by something.
So this is where when I mentioned about, you know, it's a difference. Okay, we're watching porn together. Two things. Now I'm going to get two scenarios. We're watching porn together. And during watching this porn, we both get excited off the act, right? Okay. The next scenario, we're watching porn together. And when we engage with one another, we're completely thinking about someone else. You shaking your head. What that mean? What's shaking your head?
I don't think you're thinking about somebody else.
I didn't say you. I think people, when I'm telling you, these are the only two things that can happen. And the cold part is both of them take place and we all know about it. We know about people thinking about, come on, let me flip it around. We know about women calling out another man's name. Hello, somebody. We know about, don't act like you naive and you all gumbo and ain't never heard that.
Who calling other names?
Oh, then I ain't going there. I live Cordell, Bryant, Garrett,
Where they do that
JJ.
at?
Somebody speak
Where
up.
they do
Somebody
that at?
say that. They might do it in Fairfield.
No, I don't know
I
about
can't.
nobody
I can't
calling
relate
other
to. I
names.
can't relate to nothing about this at all. I'm sorry.
What
I'm on a
happened,
whole nother
JJ?
level. I can't relate to any of this at all. I'm sorry. I'm on a whole nother plane.
Oh, but you just
I got a
well,
whole nother
JJ,
wavelength
you
that
know,
I think
sometimes
at.
it's like that, baby. We just like the fact that love the fact that you even present.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying is I'm in a whole nother wavelength. I think on a whole nother level about all of this. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, whatever your level is, you know, we want to hear it. If you want to share it, it's
Hey,
okay.
you never know. I might create a porno at home. I
What
might do
ain't
it right here. I
okay?
might release it
Okay,
on
now
Pornhub.
that's
We
another
don't know
thing.
what the possibilities are. That's what I'm saying. I'm on some whole other level. I'm not even
Well,
thinking.
if okay,
I'm
creating a
beyond.
porn
I'm
at
beyond
home. I
the
know people who
watching
have
part.
done that. Is that bad if you're married? Is that okay? Is that that's you and
I
your
feel
couple?
like it's up to us. If we just open and we just cool and whatever we do, that's what we do. This is our relationship. My relationship ain't got nothing to do with nobody else. So if I decide to fantasize about somebody else and it don't make my partner mad, that's what's up. And same thing go for me. If they fantasize about somebody else, I ain't gonna get mad at that. Let's have some fun. That's
Well,
where I'm
let me
coming
ask
from
you
with it.
this something.
That's
Let me
where I'm
ask you
coming from
something.
with it. I don't relate to none of that.
Should you share if you are fantasizing about somebody else? Should you share that with your partner or just
Yeah, we might have something in
or
common.
just
We might
or
be
it's
like,
just in your psyche?
we might be like, hey, let's hit them up and see if they want to come over and have some fun. That might happen. You got to start the conversation. You got to bring it up. You got to talk about it. Communication is everything. Don't sit over there with
Talk
you.
about
Don't hog the
it on the
fantasy.
Donna Smith Show.
You never know. Your partner might like that fantasy too.
That goes back to the earlier topic. So I'm driving down the street in my car, and all of a sudden I hear this song coming on the radio. I'm thinking about what I did 20 years ago. I get that feeling like, oh shit. That was the best sex I ever had then. This song made me go back there. So can I call that person back up and say, hey, is it still good? Nah, better not do that. Because we ain't got no baby.
You don't have to have no baby. You don't have to have no baby to make that call. And sometimes triggers do take you there to remember stuff, right? But like JJ was saying, it's your own personal thing. So if you and your mate want to make a pornography movie,
Yes.
Yeah, we might. Chris Brown got a song called "Let's Make a Movie." I'm on that. I'm on that level. I'm not ashamed in my body or nothing like that. I'm open. I might do it. You never know.
But see, JJ, that's different if you want to make a movie together than watching a movie and
we might want to release it public
and desiring the big booty girl on the movie.
We don't care if our cousins see it. We don't care. We just gonna put it out. It's going on the internet. We on that level.
Y'all gonna put it on the internet?
We might, but I mean, people got all kinds of different ideals about their own life. Everybody, what was for one person isn't for everybody else. So, if I bust in the room and my partner watching porn, I'm not gonna take that personal. I might join in. We might put it on the TV. Hey, cast that to the TV. Or come in the living room. Let's watch it on a big screen.
You wouldn't get upset that they was watching porn and not watching you.
Hell no. I might want to sit there and watch. What I'm gonna get upset for? Let's have some fun. Why am I gonna get upset about that? That don't make no sense.
So it's not the fact that they're lusting over somebody else.
I don't care.
I see it as an enhancement. It's like a stimulation per se.
Right. It's an enhancement. I know that as soon as I get in the bed, we're gonna do our thing and we're gonna have some fun. And that's what it's about. I'm not worried about the next person. I'm not worried about if you're watching that person too much. I don't care about that. I know what I am to you. So why am I concerned about that?
Well, you can take that further then. That's like if a person goes out and have an affair on you and they get
Yeah,
with somebody else,
I might want
and
to
you can
join in.
say,
I
well,
might
I
be
know
like,
what I mean to you. I ain't tripping. You went and got another piece of booty,
yeah, I
but
might
you
be like, if
came
they
home
want
to me and
exactly,
I'm the
if they want to
one
go and
and
go,
we
if they want
good.
to, yep, if they want to go and have sex with somebody else, that's fine too. We might, hey, come bring them in the bedroom. That's a fun.
You okay with
Why
that?
why it
Are
gotta
you
be a
okay? Is
secret?
that a new is that
Why it gotta be a
is
secret?
that
What's
a
that
new
for?
generation thing? Is
No,
that
people been doing that. I think people are just more open about it now. Why keep it a secret? What's all of that?
People can't
so
stop it.
you wouldn't break up if you found out that long as they tell you. Long
Yeah,
as they tell you, right?
yeah.
But if they did it on the under, that would be deception.
And I might be upset. It depends.
Interesting. What y'all think?
He talking. He talking about his choice of making porn. That's when you think. I mean, that's a
I might
different.
make porn. I might bring
That's a
somebody over
different
to
thing. And
make
talking
porn
about.
with us.
But we're not
All
saying
that.
that somebody's shame. We're not saying nobody's shame. We're just saying about people engaging together and watching porn and the different things that come along with it. You know, you asked the question, do people watch it because of certain things? Some people watch it just because they like looking at it. It has nothing to do with it. I mean, we threw a party.
Yeah.
Me and my brother, we was living in Vallejo. We had a house in Vallejo. We threw a party. We threw a party. And I had that, when Mitsubishi came out with them big screen box TVs, them big old 60-inch box TVs. And I had one of them. We had music jamming, we had the lights ambient, but we had porn on just looping on the big screen.
Mm-hmm.
And people dancing and everything, and the porn is just looping. The music is jumping. We drinking, we having a good, and it's just there. It's just there. So some people look at it as part of the entertainment or something, based on your environment or what
Mm-hmm.
have and that's how we every time we do a party, you best believe porn gonna be on the screen, and it just loops. It just loops and loops and
Yeah.
loops.
Yep.
And
Especially,
but
yep,
that was
download that
like
DLC
because
media player to loop.
it was nothing else to put on the TV. You got music playing. You ain't gonna have the news up there with you gonna put it in closed caption. You know what I mean? So instead of trying to put something on the TV to kind of go with the whole party and we just chilling, and so we threw porn and everybody was cool with it. And you have a party, just put porn up on the screen.
Yeah.
Well, I think in some regards, as far as couples are concerned, it can be an enhancement. It can be a foreplay type of thing. It can even be an educational format. Perhaps you want your mate to watch a few things to learn a few tricks.
Mm-hmm.
You got a particular special movie that be some things jumping off, and you want your mate to watch this. You don't want to tell them that they kind of lacking in some areas, but you want them to kind of watch this for educational purposes,
Yeah, educational purpose.
But is there anything wrong with that? No.
Can I interject something here real quick? Just real quick. Real life story.
Okay.
There was this lady I knew in LA, right? Church going lady.
Church.
So I went to LA. I met this lady, and she wanted to watch some porn.
Mm.
This is like maybe 30 years ago. Now, I was kind of shocked because this outside appearance was so-called holier than thou. The perception, church going, father's a preacher, la, la, la. But she wanted to watch porn. So
Okay.
while this movie was in session, I asked a question. I said, why do you want to watch this? How come you can't tell me that what you want me to do to you instead of watching this movie? She said to me, she turned and said to me, because I like watching porn. Period. She said she likes watching porn. I said, but hey, I know what can turn you on. She said, yeah, but I just like watching porn.
Mm.
So I didn't ask the follow-up question to say, well, how long you been watching porn? I just left it alone because I knew we was gonna get ready to do our thing. But so I watched it with her. But in the back of my mind, I kept saying to myself, this can't be true.
Mhm.
This can't be true.
It can't be true that she liked watching porn, or it can't be true that she was church going and liked watching porn.
No, it just can't be true that she liked watching porn more than what I thought she would have liked watching porn.
Mhm.
So my perception was different from what it was in reality. The reality was she was still, you know, fun-loving, church-going girl. She just liked watching porn.
Well,
Okay.
that proves that
Mhm.
everybody's different. Everybody's got their own thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Years,
Yeah.
right? You said it was about 30 years ago?
yeah, it was about 30 years ago.
10 years ago, I would have asked you which way did she go? What?
Yeah, yeah, but
Yeah.
you know,
But you know, it's a trip
You know
because
what?
porn for some porn is just straight entertainment. That's all it is. And then some people use it in I know a girl for she's heterosexual, bottom line. But her turn on is watching male gay porn. That's her turn on. That's
yeah,
her turn on.
some people are
That's
just
her turn on.
weirdos. You know, they just like to watch.
Yeah. And it's something in that watching that kind of gives them a little, and that's what they like. And then I know another girl, she like watching women. But you let a woman say something to her, she go crazy. But she like watching.
I think we had got to have a disclaimer.
Now
We
that's a
not
good song
responsible.
right there.
But that's a trip though, you know. I mean, you know, things are only bad when you make it a certain way. When you
Right.
misuse things and anytime you use it to manipulate people or to be more just self beneficial for yourself, you know.
By the way, not to interrupt you, but we do not own the rights to that music. Okay. Okay, carry on, John.
I read that somewhere just the other day. But you know, I mean, it is to each his own. But you know, when we're talking about a person by themselves or a couple, when you are talking about being with couples, and like Cordell just said, she just mentioned this is what she liked doing. You know, the cool part, the good thing is she mentioned it. See, a
Yeah,
lot of
she didn't
people
have to.
don't. A lot of times people conversate, but they don't conversate about sexuality. How
It's
do
like
you
that.
get
It's
down?
too
What
taboo.
do you choose? You
Well, she
know,
brought the movie out, and
I
she
know, and I said
had to
that's a
say
good.
something.
No, but you got to understand. Well, it ain't that she had to say something. Bringing it out was saying something. It was the
Yeah, but
fact,
she
but it's the fact that she presented it. She said it. She didn't keep it or nothing. She said, "Look, this is how I get down." A lot of times we go down the line and we go, "Oh, I didn't know this about the person. Oh, I didn't know this," and you know we act all surprised and everything like we against it sometimes. But you know, but for her to say, "Hey, check this out, Cordell, pull it out. This is what I like," I can respect that
And I
100%.
just said, I said to her, hey,
You know,
I ain't got no problem with it.
I would
I
have
can
pulled
play it.
her one.
shoot, I would say,
So
well, hold on. Huh?
did you look at her any differently, Cordell?
No, I didn't really. I just
Okay.
looked at her the same way. just that she was
Yeah.
open, had
That's
a
something she liked.
understanding of who she was and what she liked.
Yeah,
And,
that's
and
what
I
she
was
liked.
part of that experience. So
Yeah.
I was cool with it.
About most things, and that's one
Yeah.
of that we're not that judgmental toward women about.
Exactly. Because it's our sexuality that's always come into play in any kind of way. It's something based around her. If we don't do something, then women want to call us gay or this, and call us vulgar in a vulgar way.
Right.
You know, the non-political way, like we used to see it in San Francisco in the old days. But you know, or then they want to talk about the size of you, or talk about how you hard anything related around sex. That's it. That's like the hard hitter against an attack on man. That's the hard hitter. But we don't do that when it comes to women. She choose to watch something, or or even if she's a certain way, we don't talk about her. We don't say, yeah, yeah, leave. You need to leave with your big old.
Hmm.
We
You
don't
don't
say
judge.
no
You don't
junk
judge.
like
Well, tell
that.
me this: if you get with her for the first time, and she
Is
reaches
it
over in her little nightstand drawer and pull out a few kinky toys that she wants to use on you, and you use on
wait,
her,
use on me?
would you guys judge a
Wait,
woman based on
check
that?
out. Be careful.
On
You
me,
said a couple of toys to you. No, that's too broad because see, a little feather could be a toy, and if you want to feather me in my ear with the toy, I'm okay with that. You know, I mean, and different people, and some different people prefer whatever you use. I'm using too. It's the choice. So it's not having a problem. It's about the choice of the tools that we
Well, I'm
use.
talking about the
Basically,
action behind her pulling out her toys.
that's no problem
Would
pulling
you
out
have
her
a
toys.
problem with that?
That's not a problem. See, that's what I said. Men don't trip off that. That's not a problem. You pull out your toys, you pull out your toys. I ain't judging you. Look at the first, listen, look at the state that we're in. We both up here butt booty naked. How vulnerable can you be? How vulnerable can you be? It ain't nothing else you can reveal to me. You see what I'm saying? Now, when it comes to adding things like you say, the toys or people, whatever, that's choice. That's choice.
But
Now we
is
ain't
that
talking.
giving a man a different messages about her? Is
Not
it making her
necessarily.
appear too loosey goosey or
See,
too
what I
Not
took
freaky
necessarily.
what I
winky or what?
We
what I
both
took
No.
from my experience, I didn't take that as a, she's loose or she's fast or, she's out there as a thought or whatever. I just took it as, hey, she knows what she likes. She likes me as well. She shares some with me that she probably hasn't shared with somebody else. And I'm okay with it. At the end of the day, it's two people experience something that only two people can relate to. Nobody else, just us.
Well, would it be a problem if every time y'all got down, she wanted to put the porn in?
Why
I
would it be
didn't
a
have no
problem?
problem with it. She
That deals
played
with
it
I'm
most of the time
saying
insecurity.
while I was
every
there.
time, every
That
time.
deals, you know, that deal with insecurity.
Yeah,
Could you feel I'm not? I'm like, hold on, don't push play till I come back from the bathroom. I mean, that deals with if I'm concerned, if that's what she wants. Okay, so you got to look at it. It's just a form of her type of foreplay. So one of someone,
that's the way I look at
so
it
that's
too.
like saying one of every time you want the man to do this to you before he start anything else. Or once he wants you to do this before, it's just a form, it's just another form of the foreplay. Why should you be judging about things of that nature? I mean, if it's something that you don't agree with, then you speak up and y'all come to whatever compromise or whatever. But to judge someone, because trust me, it's some butt naked things that you probably don't want nobody judging you about. I ain't talking about you particular. I'm speaking general. But
Well, we're talking about wanting to watch a porn every time we get down. You want to look at somebody else on the screen.
Wait, be careful
Wouldn't that
about
make
somebody
you
else.
feel some kind of way?
Be careful about somebody else, because it might not be about somebody else. It might just be the action of seeing some god dog freaking. I want to say fudging.
Brian, what you got to say? Because I know you've been itching.
First of all, like I always say, to each his own, right? I got respect for anyone's views, anyone's beliefs, anyone's practices. However, the question was, how do I feel about if she throws on the porn every time before we're about to get down? I no, I not every time, not every time, because I'm not into it every time or that often like that. So start off in the middle to start off, and in the end to each his own. But I'm shit. Can I keep Sports Center on some Eagles highlights and shit like that? Can I have that? No, I don't know too many women that'll tolerate that every time, before they get down with their mate while some sports highlights is playing in the background or something. You're kind of forgetting what you're there for. You're there to express yourself physically, and that should be the priority. Sometimes Sports Center might do it. Sometimes a porn might do it. Sometimes some Luther might do it. I don't think it'd be too cool if you leave it on one thing, that being porn. You'll be locked into that, and too much of anything ain't good for you. Ain't that right, baby? So that's how I feel about that.
Yeah, I mean, I can relate. I can relate to what you're saying. I mean, I don't see any, like John was saying, if that's what they like, I can see you being accommodating as much as possible, just like a person wanting a particular act to be done on them each time or whatever. But to say every time we get down, we got, oh, hey, hold on, let me pop this movie in. And they just can't seem to even get focused on you or stimulated by you until they have this going on. I think that would probably.
Oh, wait a minute. When you say not, see, that's two different statements. Now, the first statement was, how would you feel if somebody put on porn all the time? But to say that they cannot be stimulated by you, that's a different topic.
No, because we shifted the topic briefly.
But where did we get to the can't be? Where did we get to the point of
we
shifted
the topic, John? We got to saying we shifted it to every time before you get down, you want to put a porn movie in.
But I got that part. That's what I said.
What is the message behind that?
I got that, Donna. But you said just now, when a person puts in a porn because they're not turned on by you.
No, I said no. I didn't say that. I say that could be a thought that the person may start to have. Why do you have to do this every single time before we get down? Is it because I'm not able to ignite the fire and get this started with you?
But see, that's the, like I said at the beginning, folks don't have conversations around their sexuality. We talk about everything else. What kind of movie? Where you want to go? You want to do this and this and this. But we don't talk about them things. But check this out. If it's been presented and this is what's going on and this is what you'll do, it's up. And I said before, then it's your choice to say, I'm either with it or not. Then you speak up. I'm not with that. But to judge a person based on because they put on the porn all the time, and it doesn't necessarily say that I'm not turned on by you. And there's so many different ways of even presenting it. Hell, you can pop up the music soft, count everything going, porn already on rolling. It's on loop. It's on loop. But I'm just saying, it's just the same like you mentioned Luther or whatever or whoever. Sometimes you can listen to music and be with somebody and it gets you into a certain state. But if that's their choice, and it's not to where it's saying, well, this is the only way. So for instance, we don't got no electricity, and you saying because we ain't got no electricity, we can't watch no porn, we can't get down. Now we got a problem. Now I can see where they're related. But if it's like, I like to put on porn, I like to do this, because basically to me, I like to see you in certain ways. Hell, I like to hear you when you make noise. Hell, I like to look at your face. Hell, I like how you open your mouth up a little bit when you're grown. I mean, it's some things that just draw us, and it just adds. It just adds. Hell,
And
I
I
like how
get
you
that,
got.
but back to the fact of the electricity. You want to get down. You feeling frisky. Electricity went out. They can't watch the porn, so you don't get none.
No, that's what I just said. That's when you got a problem, because now the dependency. See, there's a difference. What is your dependency? See,
The
if I
dependency
wait,
is,
hold on,
John,
we didn't.
that they
Hold on.
cannot do
We
it
not.
with
We
you unless they have porn.
oh, we didn't say that. Hold on, Donna.
Yes,
We
we
didn't say that.
did.
No, you said, what is your thoughts if someone wants to put on porn every time you do it?
Okay,
You
so
didn't
what is that
say it
saying?
was no. It's just saying that they want to. Hey, what is it saying? If I tell you sometimes you want to wrap your hair up
No, I'm
and this
talking
and that,
about.
and I say I don't every night. I don't want your hair wrapped. I want you in some
No,
booty
I'm
wrap,
not. I'm talking
and
about
I
a
want
person.
this.
I'm talking about a person who wants or has to have. Maybe that's the correct term.
Okay, but be
They
careful.
have to
Remember,
have.
Donna, be careful. The way you present it, you can't present it and make it mean something else.
That's how I
You
meant it.
said
The
this is
wording just,
okay.
I guess it was
Well,
misconstrued. The
then,
way I
then
meant
we
the
having a
question,
confused
let me
conversation.
finish. Let me finish. The
But
way I meant the question was if somebody needed to have porn on every time y'all got down, would that be a problem? Not the thought about porn, not the maybe today or maybe not. They have to have it every time you get down. How would that make you feel?
I don't see.
basically, it goes back to if they have to have it. I mean, I have to know what is the measure of saying they have. Oh, I can't do it without it. I mean,
That's
these are
exactly what
some.
I mean. They
Okay,
have to have it every time you get down.
okay, but check this out. This is something you should know at the very beginning. If this person has to puts on porn, they have to have it all the time, and you agree and you go on, then what else is there to say after that? What else is there to say? Because once I committed to engaging with that, knowing that's the basis, what
Yeah.
it's either me saying no, I'm not cool with it because you either can't be turned on by me or whatever, whatever. But if I'm like, well, okay, you want to put in porn, blah 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 blah, but then it goes like Brian said from the beginning. Some people don't like porn. He say I'm not into it like that, so I'm not gonna want it all the time. It's
Mhm.
to each his own. It goes back to what I said. This is why people have to have the
Mhm.
conversation when it comes to the sexuality.
And I agree with that.
Because you'll mess around in 3 months, 6 months, a year later. Now you're talking about proposing, and next thing you know, she tell you, "Come, well, I'm gonna be over at Shay Shay house," and you think, "Oh, I'm gonna surprise over at Shay Shay house." I go over there, and you go knock on Shay Shay door, and you look through the window on the door, and Shay Shay got, "Hey, wait, hey, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but you didn't know because you never had the conversation.
You
Now
never
you
had
all
the
bent out of
conversation. We
shape.
lost JJ. I guess he said maybe he got cut off.
JJ told you for the beginning, he threw.
And he got cut off. Let me do my inquiring mind one of those questions so we can go on and wrap it up, you guys. Time is pushing right along. I'm gonna do this when we
Wrap it
just
up
gonna but that
with the
right
Jimmy hat.
there, It's a very interesting, it's all different ways you can look at it. And like John said, like Brian said, like Cordell, Gareth, you said a little bit, I don't know, not much, but the bottom line is you have to communicate what you like, what you want, what you will tolerate, what you're not. Some things just kind of come up. You can't just have a whole doggone blueprint of everything. But some things kind of gradually come up. But the big things that matter to you, that you know is must-haves when it comes to certain things, you should communicate that, especially in the bedroom or your expectations of relationship or, anything.
Could be
You
raising
need to
children.
talk about it. I'm sorry?
I said it could even be raising children. You got a kid. You want to know these person's thoughts on
Yeah,
how childbearing, or whatever.
exactly.
They might say, chain them up to the thing.
Yeah, or they may say, I don't like kids. I don't want kids. I
Yeah.
ain't never thought about kids. And I'm sorry if you want a kid, because these are important things to talk about. And if you go on to step 2, 3, 4 with somebody and you've been together a year or whatever, and you just now finding out they don't want no babies,
That would be your own.
it'll be like, okay, why didn't we talk about this in the beginning? So you just have to really just be, and if it's anything kinky or crazy that you like, I ain't gonna say crazy, but anything kinky that you like to do,
And ain't
and
nothing wrong saying, baby, how you get down, baby?
whatever turn you on, let your mate
How you
know.
get down? We done got to this point. What am I? Oh, I thought my camera was on. I'm sorry.
Let your mate know, like
we
Cordell
done got to
said.
this point. So what in the world do I need to hold back anything? Baby, what do you
Cordell's
like? How do
friend
you get down?
that came out and was straight up. I think that was a good thing. JJ, we see you next time, my brother. So if you like Cordell's situation, he was able to, communicate that with her. She communicated it. It worked out cool. He was okay with it. I don't know. They may be getting married tomorrow. I don't know how far it went. But the thing is, it worked
She didn't
out.
have no baby. I can't go back there. Can't claim that.
He can't get it.
She had your baby?
I ain't
He
the
don't have
baby
that
daddy.
privilege. He ain't got that baby daddy privilege.
No,
he can't go
she
get
ain't
it
trying to have
anytime
it
he
come
want to.
That baby daddy, baby mama privilege, they want to act like they can still hit it for life. Come on now.
Ooh, just think if you have 4, 5, 6 baby mamas. What a variety. Yeah.
Yeah, some people do have that many, John.
Oh, I know. I'm talking
And
about the panel here.
yeah, if y'all have 4, 5 baby daddy mamas,
Brian understands.
Yeah, Brian, but Brian ain't got no 4, 5 different baby mama. You got 3? Well, 3 is about average nowadays. Some people do have
3's average. I'm behind the curve then.
No. 3 ain't no. Where we get that 3 is average? 3 was average.
You
3 was
some
the
people
average
get
back there
because
during
first off, probably the first one didn't really count because y'all just did some stuff and
I'm
stuff.
behind the average.
Please.
I'm behind the
Look, Paul had 3.
But I do believe that you shouldn't judge nobody by how many baby mama, baby daddies they have. Some situations are unique, and some situations are just, shit just happened per se.
But that's a form of we created to hate.
You wasn't even trying to be with that person, and and the condom busted. It could be all kinds of.
It don't even have to be that. It could be that you two was really in love and it didn't work out, and you have some kids. That's all. The problem is people take situations and they use them as weapons towards you. Basic life situations. How when that started? It started back when we was kids. I remember a little boy going to the bathroom, third grade. I'm going to the bathroom. They all run outside. John in there taking a boo boo. Like, and I'm saying to myself, like, none of y'all do that. Y'all must got a drawer full of crap, you know. But this is the kind of things that we do, you know, and this is something that has been given to us years this goes way back, from light skinned to dark skinned, straight hair to kinky hair. It don't matter, you know. But so when it comes down to baby mom, oh, she got 3 baby mamas. I'm just more or less like this. Is the daddy feeding them? Or I mean, she got 3 baby daddies. I want to know if the daddy feeding them, you
Well,
know,
yeah.
or what's going on.
Does he
Because
take care of his
yeah,
kids?
because if am I coming in and you trying to put the sole responsibility on me, then we got a problem.
Then you
Got to
got three
talk about
babies.
that. No, I ain't. No, we ain't got no 3 babies. What we got, what
Then
we
you got
got,
3 babies, baby.
what we got is, and I'm willing to go with you, is a trip to downtown to go put in some papers for some food stamps and some child support. Now, if we decide we gonna get married and things we going further, then it's still you still got to deal with that. I ain't got nothing against you, but I need to know where these cats stand. We, remember, we had the conversation. Oh, remember that one? I don't like him trying to raise my kids a certain way. Now, I've been in jail and I ain't got no job, and I ain't paid no remember that, correct? I ain't paid no
Yeah.
child support and that, but he want to call shots. See, that's when you gotta get that together. But because we talk about, oh, look at she got 2 baby mamas. But what you say, Brian? Some of us got 3 and 4 baby. I mean, she got 3 baby daddies, but some of us men got 3 and 4 baby mamas. So
Mm-hmm.
what's the difference? What's the difference? But that's what we do. We use something that is natural part of life, and we sit up there and we form it as we attempt to form it as a weapon and use it against people. I don't care. You got 6 baby. You got somebody tell me, oh, I got 8 kids. Well, I just want to know, one, if I'm still gonna deal with you, are they mannered? Because if I even feel like I'm gonna have to draw on them, pull out Mr. Leather on them, I gotta go.
Yep. How many does not
But
matter.
they can have 8 well-mannered kids that will accept you and treat you in such a way, you know. But it ain't about that, and that's the problem. We hurt people with life.
So if
It's,
she got 5 baby daddies, that's all right.
she got 5 babies. She should have 5 incomes coming in.
But it's all right if he got. Well, I don't know. That's
That mean, hey,
yeah,
that
that's
mean
pretty.
that mean I ain't paying for
If he got
everybody at
5, Lord
Disneyland.
have mercy. I guess it depends how old they are. I don't know. That's a lot
Yeah,
of
I
baby.
mean that takes a lot too. That pays in the play too. But you meet someone who nice. That's why I like that show that Ice Cube continued to do is Are We There Yet? After the movie, that lady was a single mother with them kids. This was this cat. He came in and took them kids as his home. And when you watch the television show, even when the father comes in, he lets the father know, because the father said, well, they're my kid. He said, yeah. He said, because he mentioned about taking a name or whatever. He said, look, you left your kids the way you did it. So yeah, I took your wife, I took your kids. Because he's the
That's
one
right.
raising them. He's the one, but so all that come into play. So it don't matter or what have you.
The first.
The thing is what is going on with the kids and the
Mm-hmm.
kid's mother or father. Because me as a single parent, I had to deal with it. Girls say, oh, you got kids? Yeah, I got kids. Yeah, I got kids. They still in the house. They've been with me ever
That's
since.
right.
They asked me, how old is your kid? Oh, this one is only 18 months. Okay, this one 2 years old. I'm a single parent, and what that mean?
Well, they just make the choice. Either they want to deal with it or they don't.
But you know what's so funny? Women, sometimes women, they'll they do a catch 22 with that. Oh, that's good to see a man taking care of his kids, but damn, he got kids. I don't know about that. But in the reversal, There's a man is supposed to be upright and stand up to that if a woman has kids. He ain't supposed to get knocked down. He ain't supposed to let that rattle him. But on the reverse, like what they call that, what they say some white folks try to call reverse discrimination. But on the reverse, that's what a lot of men get.
Well, that's a deeper topic for another show, but that I can dig into that, but we not right now. We gonna wrap it up. I didn't even get to do my inquiring minds want to know question. I'm gonna say that for next week. The first, we will be back. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend. We do appreciate you guys for being a part of what we do. We kind of took it to the left tonight, but it was some good stuff. Some good old hot, sizzling grown folk table talk. Yes. And if you guys don't have anything else to say, we're going to end it right here. Everybody good?
All day long. What's up, Brian?
Everybody good? All right. Thank you, guys. We're going to see everybody back here next week if you can. I think the Niners is playing Sunday, though, but I got to see what time.
They play on the weekend.
I think it's early in the afternoon, though. We'll be back here 7:30 next Sunday. Thank you.
Keep the pouring on loop.